Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, Tesla costs have crashed. What this means for you, what this means for me, and everybody looking to get into a Tesla vehicle, but we might want to not get excited just yet. But we're gonna get into that plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested, and definitely check out my Patreon link down below in the description where you can support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing a used or new Tesla. And today's live stream is partnered with Mint Mobile, where you can save money on your mobile phone plan for as low as $15 a month, but more on that later. And so yesterday we talked about inventory and how inventory spiked up for the Tesla Model Y. And then after that, there was a Tesla earnings call, and there was a lot to piece from that. But the one biggest thing that I was able to get from this, I mean, there's actually quite a few, but the one biggest thing is that Tesla's cost of goods, or their automotive gross margin, it's getting better for Tesla, which hopefully means that it'll get better for us. Tesla said on the earnings call in quarter four, cost of goods per vehicle reached its lowest levels ever, $35,000, driven largely by raw cost material improvement, helping us partially offset our investment in compelling financing and lease options. And so, yes, because before we get all excited, Tesla has to use that money, any cost savings, to, of course, put a cheaper vehicle. That's maybe why we saw some bigger discounts in the last quarter four and also currently right now. That's also why we saw 0% financing and other incentives like this. And today we're actually taking a look at, we've got some decent deals out there in the Tesla system. We've got this long range all-wheel drive, $7,420 off. Every single day we're starting to see deals like this one. We put them on our spreadsheet down below in the description so you can see what that looks like alongside all the other better deals that we find on Tesla Model Y, 3S, and X. And the beauty of these is that this is before the Tesla referral code, where you can get an extra $500 to $1,000 off, just like that Tesla referral code down below in the description. And on top of that, it does work with Model Y Juniper Refresh as well. You don't get a discount, but we still get the credit. So thank you to everybody that's used our Tesla referral code in the past and in the future. But shout out to Troy Tesla. He posted this: Tesla's automotive gross margin, including regulatory credits, dropped to 13.6 in quarter four of 2024, its lowest in recent years. And so their profit per vehicle is also dropping. So maybe not the best news to see that their cost of goods and their profit is also going down as well. And so it does get pretty exciting to think that their cost of goods is dropping and maybe they can pass it to us. But if their profit is also dropping, not the best look. And on top of that, they've got this new Model Y Juniper that just came out, the refresh in 4 different continents or global countries or whatever it is, regions of the world. And you got to imagine that raises their cost of goods because of all the research, development, and everything with that. And so certainly it is pretty interesting. I mean, this vehicle is nice and it seems like it's doing very well in the China market, but we've yet to hear anything about US orders and to see if US orders, if they're taking it as hot as the United States or not, or in terms of taking it as hot as the China market or not. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. Before we get into our next topic, I've been trying to save money lately, and that's why we talk about this channel, trying to get the best deal on a Tesla. And I've been looking at our subscriptions like YouTube Premium, Netflix, trying to figure out how I could save some money every single month. And cutting expenses, it's kind of hard. We've been trying to rack our brain together and figure out how. That's why I'm so intrigued with our channel partner, Mint Mobile. They offer premium wireless starting at $15 a month. And I can get high-speed data and unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network, and I can even bring my own phone along with my current number and existing contracts. I'm sacrificing nothing. I've used Mint Mobile a ton, and I switched my second line to Mint Mobile, and I've been using it to watch YouTube and play podcasts on our daily commute and have haven't noticed any drop in speed, and I can't tell the difference. So how hard is it to switch service? Big Wireless wants you to think it's actually hard, but it's not at all. Switching to Mint is super easy thanks to digital eSIM cards, which most of you now have. You can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your home. If your phone doesn't have an eSIM, Mint will ship you a new SIM card for free. So if you want to save little money without the sacrifice, go to trymintmobile.com/DennisCW, also linked down below in the description, to get premium wireless for just $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. Thank you to Mint for partnering, and let's get on to the next topic. Thanks for that, everyone. And as you can tell, we are still traveling. We're going to be traveling until about next Wednesday. So thank you all for dropping by. As an added benefit, because this isn't necessarily live, I will be responding to each and every comment, questions that you have in the comment video of the videos. And so certainly if you got a question, drop it down below in the comments and everything. But thank you all for the support. Thanks for hitting the like button. And let me know, do you like this style better, or do you like the live streams better? I think you probably like the live stream better because it's a little bit more interactive. In this next topic, here's a list of all the Tesla Model Y Juniper refreshes in the United States that we have found, or that people have reported that you can go see a Model Y Juniper in person today. And the list every single day keeps growing and growing and growing. So if you're looking for one in your backyard, definitely stay tuned, as we'll try and post as many updates as we can. But the Model Y Juniper is here. Of course, this is a China launch edition, but you can find launch editions in the US. And the funny thing with this is that they're putting different colors in certain areas depending on where you're actually looking. But here is a list for US, and there's actually 2 more locations that are added to this, which I'll talk about in just a little bit. But we got Las Vegas, West Sahara, Paramus, New Jersey, Lone Tree, Colorado, Washington, D.C., Georgetown, North Hollywood, California, San Diego, UTC, and Santana Row, San Jose. For our Canada friends up north, we've got these 2 areas in British Columbia and Ontario. And on top of that, we've got 2 more additions as reported as of today: Troy, Michigan at the Somerset Mall, and Tampa, Florida International Mall. That's a brand new one. Shout out to Drake and Rodrigo for giving us those 2 updates. So if you're looking to go find a Model Y Juniper refresh and see it in person, you better go run to see what one of these locations, and let us know what you think about it when you see it in person. Unfortunately, no test drives yet. And I do know that I think the North Hollywood location has an event this Sunday partnered with Tesla owner Santa Clarita owners. So if you're looking to join with that, I think that's this coming weekend, February 2nd or something like that. Definitely go stick around and see for that one if you want to go get some free food or drink. But unfortunately, still no demo test drives. And Tesla released this yesterday in their earnings call. They actually compiled a list of the Model Y old and busted legacy version versus the new launch series ones. And you can see all the different price differences. And yeah, the big one there, $35,000 or $34,500 versus $46,500. So yes, about a $12,000, don't call it a markup, but markup. We've got 311 EPA mile range for the old one, 320 for the new one. So nice little efficiency. Second row manual seats on the old one, second row powered seats, the fastest powered seats in the industry. And the list goes on and on. 13 speakers versus 15. I can't wait to hear that actual sound system. For some reason, I didn't think to do that when I was in the showroom and I saw one. But yeah, certainly it is a very cool vehicle. And once you start to get into it and feel the upgrades and everything, I really can't wait to see when it actually gets available for demo drives, because I want to see what that actually is like. But let me know what your thoughts. Let me know what you think if you go find one. And we're going to jump into the next topic. In this next topic, Tesla admits they failed Hardware 3.0 and they will upgrade all of the old owners to Hardware 4.0. This was actually in the earnings call. Elon says the honest answer is that Tesla will have to upgrade Hardware 3 vehicles for those that have bought full self-driving. Quote, it's going to be painful and difficult, but we'll get it done. And now I'm kind of glad that not that many people bought the full self-driving package, talking about Hardware 3 back then. So it's kind of unknown, because if you have Hardware 3 and you didn't buy full self-driving, I'm not sure it's worth it for you to go buy full self-driving now, because that might be a little bit of a risk. And either way, they might upgrade that computer at the end. Either way, I remember when Hardware 2.5 was around, people could pay like $1,000 to like $2,000 to upgrade it to like the new Hardware 3. And that's kind of the game with all this. Every single year, or every couple of years, or every tri-years or whatever it is, the computers get better and better, just like how your iPhone gets better and better. And now iPhone 15 is the minimum you need for Apple intelligence. And that's unfortunately how it is. And so at some point, maybe hardware 3 will become obsolete as AI 5 or hardware 5 starts to actually roll out on top of that. And so certainly it's a never ending game. But I will say that full self driving in its current state in hardware 4 that we've got on our Cybertruck is very, very good. And I would say it's recommended, but I'm not sure it's recommended at the $8,000. I think you would still save money at the $100 a month subscription and get be ahead depending on how long you keep that vehicle at the end of the day. But let us know, do you have hardware 3.0 with full self-driving? Are you excited that you'll potentially one day get the upgrade? I mean, that's probably why Tesla keeps offering full self-driving transfers, and they might do a thing where if you've got hardware 3 and you want to get into a new vehicle, period, they're just going to offer free full self-driving transfer because it kind of just makes sense for them at the end of the day. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. In this next topic, the new Model S and Model X refresh will have insane features, potentially. In the earnings call yesterday, they talked about how all their vehicles, or Tesla confirms it will use steer-by-wire, which is pretty sick in the Cybertruck that currently has it. Adaptive air suspension, also my number 2 favorite feature, and rear wheel steering in future vehicles, massive for the future platforms, but we don't know which that actually is. And in the earnings call, they put out all these different features that, of course, are in the Cybertruck currently, and they put a checklist next to which ones that will be in future vehicles. You can see 2 of them aren't necessarily added, and that's going to be stainless steel exoskeleton, which is on the Cybertruck. Maybe they figured it's not worth it, but I would love to see like a big SUV type of Cybertruck. And the air bending manufacturing process, they didn't like that either. But everything else, gigacasting, integrated audio with body structure, 48 volt, 800 volt, ether loop communication, bidirectional charging, which is a big one, I would say, custom laminated glass, adaptive air, steer-by-wire, and rear wheel steering. All these future vehicles will have a check mark next to it for that feature. And so that would be sick. And I would love to see a Model S or Model X refresh, which maybe that's coming out this year. Maybe it's next year. I would say it's definitely a good bet that it's going to be in the next 1 to 2 years. I would love to get one of those vehicles with steer-by-wire and that 4-wheel steering, because that will definitely make the experience way more enjoyable. I mean, the Cybertruck looks big, but once you start to actually drive it and experience that turning radius, it is a very, very comfortable, nice vehicle. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the next topic. And yeah, because we've got a Model S and no, we don't have a Model S. We've got a Model X right now. We've got the Model 3 Performance, and we have the Cybertruck. And so certainly I think the Model X, it's almost at its limit, not almost at its limit, but it's got 1.5 years left on the warranty. We've been dancing with the idea of selling it, but now if the new Model X comes out, the refresh in the next year or so, it would be perfect timing because the Model X warranty ends September 2026. So that would be the perfect time to get into a new Model X, especially if it continues to have air suspension, which is fantastic. And if it gets real world steering, that will be an ultimate vehicle because those U-turns, those turning abilities will be greatly improved. And yeah, you just got to, if you haven't driven a real world steering vehicle like a Cybertruck, I would say that's a highly recommended, but it might ruin you actually, and you might not want any other vehicle after that because, getting into these other vehicles, they're fun, they're smaller, like a Model 3 Performance, but when you get to a certain size, rear wheel steering is definitely worth it. In this next topic, new affordable Tesla models are coming this year. Tesla just said that it's going to be coming in the first half of 2025 during their earnings call. But before we get all excited about this, let's kind of dig through this statement. Quote, plans for new vehicles, including more affordable models, remains on track for the start of production in the first half of 2025. So plans for new vehicles. We've got the Model Y Juniper. We got that refresh coming out first. That's not necessarily affordable because it's more expensive, but including more affordable vehicles, let's take a look at what other models they have. Model 3, I mean, it's not a new vehicle, it's already out. Model S and Model X could come out as a refresh, but I don't think it's going to be more affordable. Cybertruck, though, Cybertruck rear-wheel drive, if that came out, that would be affordable technically because it would be a way cheaper vehicle and potentially it could qualify for the federal tax credit. Tesla did say on the earnings call that we expect the Cybertruck to be eligible for the IRA Inflation Reduction Act consumer tax credit. helping it to improve affordability and access for even more customers. And if you actually take a look at the IRS page, it already has the cheaper rear-wheel drive Cybertruck as well. So I'm not sure why they had to say that again, but maybe they're just reiterating it. But if that vehicle came out in the first half of 2025, that would kind of check off the list for being affordable. So maybe that's one of the vehicles that they have. But then the other vehicle could be this cybercab robotaxi type of vehicle, which yes, it's going to be, as they stated, going to be starting to be tested in the Austin area for public unsupervised or supervised. So certainly, I guess that could be counted at as a affordable model, but maybe not available for public release just yet. But that's kind of my spin on the whole thing. I feel like Tesla, you got to dissect in some of the words that they say on the earnings call. But let us know which vehicles you think is actually going to be coming out on their affordability list in the near future. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button. And also, as a reminder, thank you all for jumping in. Since this is not a live stream, more of a video, we'll be responding to each and every comments and questions that you have down below in the video comments. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.